Hi, welcome back to another episode of HR Freelancers TV with me, Tracy Hopkins from the HR Consultancy Business School. What I want to talk to you about today is the things you can do before you start your business or in the very, very early days of starting your business that will help you to find clients more quickly. This is something that people talk to me about a lot in the early stages of their business. Where are those first few clients going to come from? So I just want to talk to you a little bit about that for the next 10 minutes today. Okay, so there are things that you can do before you even open the virtual doors of your business, okay, that most people don't do anything in that period of time at all. Those sort of 2, 3, 4 months before you are officially open for business are a really good time for you to start getting visibility for your business, because the biggest problem we have at the start when we start our businesses is not all the other people offering services, and it's not the fact that the market's oversaturated, and it's not the fact that we don't have a logo or a business name and we're not sure exactly what our colours need to be and we haven't got all those things sorted out. Our biggest problem when we start in terms of finding clients is that people don't know about us. We just don't know we're there. We are so much less visible than we think that we are. And if people don't know about us, then they can't buy our services. It's just impossible. So the biggest problem that you need to solve when you start your business is that people don't know you're there. And we tend to be a bit reluctant to talk about ourselves just because we're not used to it. We don't tend to be spotlight people really when we're in HR. I'm generalizing, but that's marketing, you have to. We tend to be sort of not on the center of the stage, a bit more sort of over at the side, there if you need me, that sort of approach, which can work fine in HR, but it's not so brilliant when your job is to get visibility for your business. So you need to get yourself to the middle of that stage and start telling people about it, because if you don't, honestly, people just aren't going to know about it. So your first thing that you need to do is you need to start telling people about that business of yours as soon as possible, and before you start, if you possibly can, because if you wait until you start, then you're already a few months behind. It can take a long time for people to realize that you're there. We need to push this message out so much more than we think. And there's nothing wrong with telling people that your business is coming, that you're not ready to sell to them yet. A lot of people are worried that if they're not available to work on projects straight away, that people just won't come back to them. But the comparison that I often use is that, if there's a restaurant opening near you or some new shops, or there's something happening in your local area, you'll usually know that it's coming for a while before they actually open the doors. They're not a big secret until the day that they suddenly are open for business. So it's fine to start telling people. That's just the way marketing works. I mean, when you find that there's a restaurant coming to your local area, you don't think to yourself, well, if I can't go and eat there today, then I'm never going to go. You think, okay, great, I'll remember that. And that's what you're doing in the few months before you start your business. You're starting to tell people about it. And it's not about being pushy, and it's not about bothering people or annoying people, which is the other thing that people tend to tell themselves. It's about the fact that you need to take responsibility for telling people about the fact that your business is coming, and you need to do it every single day, and you need to do it so many more times than you think, because once or twice is not going to get the message through. People need to hear about your business loads of times before it even registers on their mental radar. Okay, so how do you do that? What are the options for getting the message out about the fact that your business is on its way? Okay, so it's all about visibility. I always say to people, just assume that 99% of your potential clients don't know about you or your business. And they don't even know that it's coming, that you exist. And you need to make a plan to tackle that. So when you're thinking about your business opening up, literally write down, how are people, those people that would buy your service, how are they going to find out about you? How are you going to let them know that you're there? So there's a couple of things that you can be doing. Think about all the people that you already know, that list of people that you've worked with in the past, that know about you, that know how you work. This is your existing network of people. If you've been in HR for a while, you probably know loads and loads of people. So make a list of who all those people are, and literally tell them, send them a message, reach out to them in some way, just contact them and let them know that this is what you're planning and this is what you're doing. People are usually really happy to help and excited about what you're doing, but you have to tell them about it. Okay, so make that list. Who are those people? And make quite a long list. Don't just write down 3 or 4 names and think, okay, well, that'll do. Get as many people onto that list as you possibly can, even if in the end you never actually contact some of them directly. Just, make that list and keep working through it. Okay, so that's the first thing. Have a look and see what sort of business networking events there are in your area, because one of the key things that you're going to need to do is to get your face known in the local area as somebody who provides the services that you're providing. So business networking is a great way to start doing that. So just do a bit of research and a bit of sort of Googling about what business networking groups there are in the area, who the contact person is, the organizer that you can get in touch with, and find out, what's the arrangements, is it a paid group, how often do they meet, just have a bit of a chat with them if you can do, because it's much easier to walk into a room full of people if you at least have spoken to one person that's in there before that knows that you're coming. So just have a look and see. And networking can take up a massive amount of your time if you're not careful, but when you're starting out your business, it's good to go and visit a few groups and see what you think of them. Now, one thing to be cautious of with this, generally speaking, business networking, the people in the room are not going to be where your client work comes from. It's about the people they know. So when you go networking, and I'll do another call or another session that's based on networking, effective networking later. But this was a mistake that I made when I started. I just thought, well, I'll go and I'll tell people, and there'll be people in the room that are looking for the service that I'm offering, and they'll come and talk to me about it. It's not really about that. It's about, who do those people know that might need your service. So think about going in there with a message that just tells people, again, it's all about visibility. You're going into a networking event, people don't know about you, people don't know about your business. You want to make sure that when you leave, at least those people in the room now know that you exist and now understand what it is that you're offering. So every day you need to take action to increase your visibility. The other option that you really need to think about using as soon as you possibly can is social media, and probably LinkedIn if you can. Now, I know this can be difficult sometimes because you might be using LinkedIn for work, might not be quite ready for it, to be visible on LinkedIn yet. If you can use your LinkedIn profile and start telling people about your business, then start doing it. Start doing it as soon as you possibly can. Start putting information about your business and the fact that it's coming, and your whole journey towards putting that together. I've known people do that for 12 months before they start the business, because the more people that know about you on day one, the better. So if you are in a position where you can use something like LinkedIn to start talking about your business before you stop doing whatever it is you're doing now, then absolutely start doing it straight away. The sooner you do it, the sooner you'll get results from it. If you're not in a position to do that, but then you can still be writing posts and sending out invitations and growing your network. So even if your posts are not directly about your business and the fact that it's coming, you can still be raising your visibility on something like LinkedIn. So if you focus on every day sending out invitations to the people that you want to be connected with, so that you grow your network for when you start, and you post regularly so those people see you turning up in their newsfeed, then again, even if you're not yet in a position where you can actually start talking about your business, just your visibility with those people will be starting to increase, and that's a much better positioning than trying to go from a standing start on day one. Okay, and you will need to be consistent with this. You'll need to take action every single day. I always say to people that I'm working with, if you start from the position you assume that 99% of those people that could buy from you don't know about you, and you take action every single day to change that, then that's what will start moving your business forward. So to recap, before you start, be as visible as you can be more visible than you're comfortable being, have a plan, make a list of who you want, that you already know that you can be telling about this, and start looking into local networking and making a schedule of when you're going to go to these events. Contact the organizer if you can do. And finally, have a look at using LinkedIn to get more visible on there, and start doing that absolutely as early as you possibly can. Like, you can't start it too early. Okay, it's a really good tool, but it takes a bit of time. So the more that you can do in those few months before you actually start your business to get your visibility starting to lift, starting to increase that visibility. And I know it makes us uncomfortable, but you're going to be a business owner and you've got to be visible. The more you can do in that period of time, the easier it's going to be on that day when you actually open your business and you start really seriously looking for those clients. Okay, that's it from me today. I think I've stuck to my 10 minutes. So I will see you on the next, there's not really a call, is it? What would we call them? On the next session, on the next video. Okay, thanks very much. Bye-bye now.